Just this morning, we got our first look at some new information surrounding the first big esport event in the finals, the 2025 Major, yeah. We're proud to announce that the finals is partnering with Dreamhack and ESL Faceit Group to bring you our first ever major tournament live at Dreamhack Stockholm this November 28 to 29, 2025. If you aren't familiar with Dreamhack, it's basically just like a gaming convention slash esports tournament convention, similar to something like PAX Southwest or like TwitchCon, if you know what those are. They are actually a pretty big deal in the gaming slash esports world, so getting partnered up with them is a pretty big deal, and they actually describe them as the leading force in global esports and gaming entertainment. It's the perfect home for our biggest competitive event yet, right here in Stockholm, the city where the finals was created. Shout out. With $100,000 on the line, the 16 best teams in the world, and a stage worthy of the action, this is set to be the most spectacular moment in the finals competitive history. No doubt. I already know what you're thinking, Slop. I can taste that 100K now. I need it. I want it. I'm gonna have it. Well, pal, think you've got what it takes? Here's how to get there. Open qualifiers kick off in early September. Top teams from each region, NA, EMEA, and APAC, will advance to what the hell are those? North America, Eastern Mesopotamia, Ethiopia, Africa, Australia, Pacific. I don't know what these stand for. Whatever. These are the regions in the finals, and at the end of the open qualifiers, the top teams from each region will move on to the closed qualifiers, which will be broadcast live, so you can follow every clutch moment. It's probably just going to be like a official like stream on their channel or whatever that like follows the tournament, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the closed qualifiers, the best 16 teams in the world will face off at the major live in Stockholm, and I would imagine you probably get like flown out and like hotel paid for and all that. What? Never mind. As we march towards September, we'll be sharing more on how to sign up, what the tournament looks like, broadcast schedule, more behind the scenes, blah, 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 blah. We're just getting started. Hell yeah. Let's go. It's time to team up. It's time to train. It's time to qualify. The finals is on the road to esports, and now the destination is set. See you in Stockholm. Oscar. Hell yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is looking pretty freaking sick, and I am quite hyped. Even if you're someone like me who is definitely not like top 16 teams in the world or anywhere near that level, I think this is really cool for those people who are, just to let the people who are actually like insanely busted at this game get a chance to really like prove it and flex, because that's kind of like the whole point of the finals, is this like game show, like, I'm the winner of the game, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is leaning into that more than anything that they've done thus far. So that in and of itself is insanely sick. I also think this is insanely sick because it very much so dispels a lot of the narrative that has been surrounding this game for recent months, that like, it's dying, it sucks, no one plays it. Oh, look at the Steam chart. Shut up, pal. We don't have anywhere near like Call of Duty or Marvel Rivals player count numbers, but at the end of the day, we're chilling, and if they're willing to pay $100,000 to market the game and also just pay someone to play their game, I think the game's fine, bro. Like, I think we're chilling, you know? Not only do I think that the existence of this event alone will heavily help dispel that narrative, or whatever you want to call it, around the game, like dying or not having a future, but I also think that the event, when it actually happens, is going to not only bring so many new eyes to the game that, you know, maybe are just like into Call of Duty and they're watching Dreamhack and then they see this crazier Call of Duty and they're like, whoa, what's that? But I also think it's going to bring so many eyes of people who did play the finals back when it launched back to the game, and they're going to go, oh wait, this is, not only is this still cooking, but it's cooking, you know what I'm saying? And it's also super important to mention that given that the finals is so like strategy and objective based, and it doesn't rely on like mechanical skill and aim nearly as much as like most other competitive shooters, and you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, is aiming gonna help you? Duh. But like with all the other winning in the finals has very little to do with like actually killing people, and more so like outsmarting them. And yeah, that's it. So even if you consider your aim to be like subpar, or your mechanical skill to be definitely not like top 16 in the world, I think the finals is a game where that does not matter anywhere near as much as like Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is like whoever shoots better wins, but in the finals, like it really does not matter that much. And if you spend the next 6 months until this event just grinding, I low-key think that, like, even if you've never played the game before, I think you could be insanely cracked in 6 months if you start just grinding for this tournament. It's all about just like game knowledge and like knowing scenarios and stuff, and obviously aim does help a lot. But like if somebody's aiming at you and you dematerialize the floor under them onto a mine, doesn't really matter that they aim better than you, because you outsmarted them. And that's what the finals is. It's just like Call of Duty but thinking. So yeah, the 6-month timer officially starts today. Actually, no, it starts in like a week because it's the 28th, so never mind. But yeah, now is officially the time to get grinding. Do now what the 6-month future version of you would be like. Yeah, I'm glad that I freaking grinded that game and got super good and then won 100K, because I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you're pretty decent at this game and you lock in, I think there's definitely a chance. The training arc does start now. It's time. Let me know. Are you gonna be freaking grinding? Because if you're not, then you suck. Or I don't know. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the finals. First big 100K tournament thing. Are you like, Slop, this is fat W for the future of the finals, which it definitely is, and I don't want to hear you say anything else because it will upset me, because it's objectively false, because this is good. So don't. Okay, never mind. But yeah, we will be right back on the finals grind tomorrow. So please like and subscribe, or 50 fostered dogs will go hungry. In the arms of the angel, fly away. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope your day is marvelous, and I will see you in Stockholm. You know what I'm saying, Slop? Oh.
Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity. You're so Phantom Tax. I just wanna be your Sigma. For